Goodbye, LA. My new place, let me give you a tour. Right when you walk in, shoecase, restroom. I like how it's pretty spacious, it's pretty big. And then if you turn over here, guess what? In-unit washer dryer. If you live in SF, you know that's like unheard of, so I was very happy. If you walk over here, it's the kitchen, couch, my desk. The reason why I wanted this place so bad is you get such a nice view. Let me show you. Right outside the window, I get a beautiful view of the beach. Is that not insane? I have yet to go there because it's so cold here. Follow me. Oh, somebody forgot to fold their laundry. And I bought my first plant ever. This is called a Chinese money plant. Hopefully I make a lot of Chinese money. So this is my whole place. Still moving in, it's a little messy, but I'm happy. I've been in SF for maybe like 2 weeks now, and I honestly don't know how much I've spent, which is kind of concerning. So I thought it would be interesting if this week I just tracked every single dollar I spent. And I'm gonna be doing it with this app, Acorns. Acorn, they have something called roundups where they round up every purchase you make, so the spare change from that purchase gets invested. If I gave you an example, you spend $2.50, it gets rounded up to $3, and that extra 50 cents gets invested in the background for you. So we're gonna spend money, get that spare change invested, and by the end of the week, I'm gonna tell you how much I spend in a week as a dental resident. Follow along. Good morning, we're gonna start the morning off with some coffee. Taste test. That's worth the investment. Let's go to work. I have 4 or 5 patients today, but we start class at 8 a.m. So we're gonna attend class, then go straight to patient work. And do you think my day's done? No, we have class at UCSF at 5. We have class from 5:30 to 7:30. It's perio-pros, so heading in. I'm so tired. Lucky me, class ends at 7, not 7:30, so I get 30 minutes more in my day. So we're gonna go home and probably gonna study. Good morning, it's the next day, and another day of not knowing what to do. Yay! Another day, another coffee. Now 9 a.m. and we have class at UCSF in 40-50 minutes, so we're gonna head over. So I drove here to UCSF, we have class at 10, but I arrived like 10 minutes early, so I'm gonna get a cup of coffee to keep the mind going. Over here, Delish. 5, there's a Panda Express across the street. Just got home, it's 9:15. But anyways, we have more papers to read for tomorrow. We have another class called Classic Lit. And basically something you'll realize is the readings I'm doing are basically concepts and textbooks and papers that are the foundation of prosthodontics. So it's very important to understand what exactly you're doing and why. So there's a lot of reading, especially during my first year and every year of residency actually. So it's a lot of reading. I counted, and it's almost like on average 200 pages per week we have to read. And it ain't no romance book, I'll tell you that. There's no kissing, there's no nothing. It's just very boring literature, but I do learn a lot. Let's study. Next day, guess where we are? The coffee shop. One thing I am is consistent. Good morning. For the first time in my life, I ended early today. So I ordered food delivery. Thank you. Thank you. I think process really interesting because of the types of cases you get. So if you see here, this is one patient, very large ridge. But if you see this patient, also a man, is very narrow and a deep palate. Like my finger like sinks in compared to here, and very small and thin ridge on the bottom. So there's a lot of variability, and literally every single patient is different. So you get to learn a lot. It's 8 p.m. We're heading home. I don't know if you could tell, but residency started 2 weeks ago, and I've lost 4 or 5 pounds already. I think it's just because I'm stressed, honestly. Got back home. I'm just reviewing material to see how I could be better next week, but this was my first week of treating patients, and it's been really hard. I wonder if other people that did this are as stressed as I am. I wonder if I'm like overstressing myself too, because I go into the room and a lot of times I think that I'll be okay, and then there's something that hinders me and makes it hard for me to provide the best care that I can. I work at a hospital, so a lot of my patients are sick. All my patients are sick. And so now a new factor is introduced into the treatment where I have to make sure to manage them and their systemic issues, along with trying to provide good quality dental care. And it gets hard. It's tricky when patients can't open their mouth, or they can't sit without being leaned back, or they can't even sit in the dental chair. And I feel like I just feel frazzled all the time, and I feel really incompetent. Mind you, it's only been 5 days that I'm acting like 4 days that I'm acting like this, but I just realized how little I know. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but I just feel really incompetent and I feel bad. I feel like I'm hindering everyone else. But I think it's like that Asian mindset, you know? I just need to get better. So I'm gonna work hard. And hopefully when I watch this video in a year, I look back and I laugh. It's the weekend! I was looking forward to this day so bad. A lot of things to do today. Number one, I'm going to my friend's place and picking up a purchase I made. I'm gonna show you what it is and how expensive it was, because it was pretty freaking expensive. And after that, we're gonna go to IKEA. I bought these at IKEA. I had them in my place, but I actually don't like how it looks, so we're gonna return it. That's basically gonna take like 2 hours because all these places are really far. But you're coming with me, so I won't be too lonely. Here, this is her feet. Right over here. What is in here was $423.50, which objectively is an insane amount of money for what it is, but wanted to show you. Chanel! Just kidding, it's a dental waxer. How exciting! So in dentistry, a lot of times before you go through with treatments, you have to do wax-ups to see how their occlusion is, how the crown's gonna look, etc. And so this is a waxer where you literally dip this in wax and you can wax up a tooth. However, the reason why this is so cool, and maybe why it's $400 something, for conventional traditional waxers, there's usually one side, aka you could just use one pen at a time. But for this one, there's 2 sides, so you can use 2 different tips at one time. So if you're doing a big bulky wax up, you can use one side, and then when you're doing adjustments or like small details, you can use another waxer. So it's very convenient because you don't have to switch waxers to go from one to the other. You can just have both on at the same time. Anything that's dental related, I just think of as an investment because it's gonna make my work better anyway. Highly recommend. I don't recommend. I don't think you really need this. I think I'm just being extra, but I did get this. $75 and 69 cents. We just made money today. Now we have no choice but to spend it. One thing I do is, again, keep it consistent. So we're at the coffee shop to get coffee. I didn't spend any more money after that, so I invested $3.54 total this week. And I also spent a lot of money, $657.46. But we also invested $3.54 without changing anything about my day. And that's what's cool about roundups. It just does it in the background without you having to think about anything. So when I showed my screen the first time, I had $29. Now I have $36 invested. And the reason is I had some purchases from last week that rolled over. So when I look at the amounts I spent on, it's literally just food. It's all food, coffee, food. I do need to learn how to cook. I will get better. I feel like this video was a video where I could visibly see how drained I was. And I think it's something that's gonna get better. I think everything in the beginning is difficult. Dental school in the beginning wasn't easy either. But regardless, I'm gonna say what I said in my graduation video. I'm gonna have grit and work hard and not give up. Thank you for watching this video and start investing today with Acorns.